Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Community Impact Challenge Wellbeing, our kickoff and networking event. My name is Blake Sims St. Louis. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm the Program Director of Social Innovation with Innovate at BU. And we are thrilled to have you join us tonight for this really exciting challenge that we're hosting throughout the month of October. And today was Mental Health Screening Day, so I hope you took advantage of some of those tools that were shared with you. I'm going to give a little presentation to get you situated into the challenge in tonight's event and introduce you to our wonderful partners. And then the bulk of this evening is going to be time to network. Our hope is that you form diverse teams working on all kinds of ideas. We know that diverse teams make better teams and come up with more creative ideas. And so our hope is both tonight and through some of the follow-up materials we'll share with you, you'll get to network and connect with Terriers from across the campus passionate about well-being. I'm going to start by pulling up my slides. You can see either me or the slides in full view by clicking on the small white arrows in the upper right-hand corner if you'd like. We will also be sharing all of these materials through the website, and we'll make sure you know where to find those in a follow-up email you'll receive after tonight's event. Oops. Jump to the beginning, that would be helpful. All right, there we go. So everything we're going to cover tonight is all available on our website, which you can see here, and again will be shared with you following tonight's event. So this evening, we've just been doing some casual networking, so hopefully you connected with some new Terriers. We're going to do probably about 20 minutes of just welcome, logistics, and an overview of the challenge. And then, as I mentioned, we're really going to give you time to network and move around and talk with other people. We're going to do 3 rounds of about 10 minutes each to encourage you to have conversations with all different kinds of folks. And then we'll reconnect around 7:15 for a short wrap up and leave some extra time at the end for some last minute networking. If this is your first time on Remo, one of the best ways to connect with people is by updating your profile. And so to do this, in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you should see either your profile picture or kind of a blank avatar. And you can go in and you can edit your profile, and then the next time you come to Remo, it'll still be here. And so Alessandra just put in the chat box the link to the attendee guide, which has these directions in it. So if you want to do this after the presentation, take a minute to do that and just update it. That just makes it easier as you're circling around and connecting with people to know more about who they are and what they're interested in. And if this is your first time to Remo, it can be a little tricky at first. And so here you see kind of the general layout of our Remo platform. We'll spend most of the time in the center of this dashboard at the networking tables, but along the perimeter, we also have tables from our partner organizations that you'll meet in a minute, and all of your controls are located at the bottom of the screen. If you want to watch a demo, there's a video as well as our agenda at the top of the screen. The Wellbeing Challenge is a collaboration amongst 4 different partner organizations, and I'm thrilled that you'll get to meet some of them tonight. So it's a combination of Innovate BU, the WellBeing Project, BU Undergraduate Student Government, and BU UMOJA. The goals of the Impact Challenge are to help you meet and collaborate with students from across the university who are also passionate about well-being, to develop ideas that can support your communities, whether those are BU communities or communities outside of our campus. And as if with everything we do with Innovate BU, our goal is to teach you innovation skills and the entrepreneurial mindset, because we believe that these are important for you regardless of your career pathway. So everything we do in our programs is to help foster these long-term skills for you. With the Wellbeing Project, we're working on ideas that support the 7 dimensions of well-being. And so here's a beautiful graphic that shows all of those dimensions. And the ideas you develop can address one or multiple of those dimensions. And those include emotional, social, physical, environmental, intellectual, financial, and spiritual. And so tonight, when you're networking, you'll notice that the tables are labeled with those themes. And so I'd encourage you to start by going to one of those tables that really aligns with either an idea you already have or your general interest. And then you can rotate around to connect with others and meet people who are also interested in that topic. There are 2 tracks to the Wellbeing Challenge. The first track really focuses on ideas that students develop that help develop dimensions of well-being on our campus. So a student org, maybe a new volunteer program, maybe something you'd like to see implemented somewhere on campus, for faculty, for staff, for students, undergrad, graduate, anyone that's connected to the BU community. If an idea impacts that community, you'd apply through track 1. We also have a second track that's called our local community track. If you want to develop an idea in collaboration with or for another community, however you define that, but it's not directly connected to BU, you can submit ideas through our second track. But regardless of which track you're interested in, there's the same deadline, Sunday, November 1st at midnight. So make sure you apply before then. Our program is open to all current BU students. All submissions will be blindly reviewed by a panel of faculty, staff, students, and some community members. And up to 10 in each track will receive $500 in seed funding to help them move their ideas forward. This is just one of the many programs that we have at Innovate BU to help you develop ideas. So this might be a good catalyst for you, and then hopefully you'll continue to leverage other resources that we have in order to continue developing ideas. By no means do we expect your ideas to be implemented and done by the end of this semester. We're really looking for ideas that could be implemented and developed throughout the year. At this time, I'm going to introduce you to some of our challenge partners. And so I'd like to welcome Catherine to the stage with me. Catherine Mooney is the Director of Wellness and Prevention Services and is co-chair of the WellBeing Project. So Catherine, if you'll turn your camera and your mic on, you can come join me on stage and say a few words.
Thank you so much, Blake. Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to be here. Once again, my name is Catherine Mooney, and I'm here on behalf of the WellBeing Project, which is a newer campus-wide initiative to support student health and wellness. It is a collaboration of multiple departments across the university, and we're striving to collaborate with departments and find ways to support students' overall well-being. We know that how you feel matters, and that's the goal that we're striving towards. I also want to acknowledge that, many students are struggling in all kinds of ways right now, and taking care of ourselves is really important. And it's also really challenging because many of the strategies we might have to support our well-being may be limited or impossible right now. And it's okay to not feel like yourself. At the WellBeing Project, we've also really been witness to the amazing ways that our community is showing resilience and the ways that students are showing support and connecting with one another. We've also been hearing from students with many creative ideas about how they can support other students. And this is one of the reasons why we're really excited to be partnering with Innovate BU, UMOJA, and BU Student Government on this important challenge, because it's an important platform and channel for you to develop equitable ideas to support well-being in the variety of communities that you're a part of. So just want to say thank you for inviting us to be part of this, and we look forward to all that's to come.
Thank you so much, Catherine. It's really been wonderful to collaborate with you and the whole team and to bring attention and awareness to the importance of well-being across our campus. So we're glad to have you tonight and as a partner in this challenge. Next, I'm going to welcome David Joseph to join me on our virtual stage. David is the Vice President of BU Undergraduate Student Government. He's also a former intern of mine, a musician, a service leader, loves to give back to his communities in so many different ways. So David, if you would like to unmute and turn your camera on, I'd love to have you join me on the stage. There he is in his swag, looking good.
Some BU swag. Blake, thank you so much for the introduction. I just want to say hello to everyone here. What's up? My name is David Joseph. I'm the Vice President of BU StuGov. What I want this to be for all students and what I want this to be for all participating is a means where you can take whatever idea you have and see it get implemented across the campus or across whatever means you have set. I think StuGov, as well as the WellBeing Project, as well as UMOJA, as well as Innovate BU, Dean of Students Office we've worked with in the past, and they're going to continue to be just another resource that can benefit the different ideas here. And there's so much potential, and I'm really looking forward to having every idea like fulfilled in different ways. And however StuGov can help you with that, whether it's resources, funding, idea, collaboration, or anything of the sort, please, 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 I won't stress this enough, please reach out. Even if you think the StuGov's not going to help, just reach out to us, because we want to be the resource for each and every one of you. So I don't want to take up too much time. Thank you so much. You can find me throughout the event. You can find along with, or she is here as well, Kat Ungvari, as well as 2 other staffers. So you'll see them
Awesome.
at the table.
Thank you, David. So good to have you. David was telling you that there are a number of BU StuGov representatives here tonight. So they have a table, and then they'll also be sprinkled throughout our networking table. So hopefully you'll get to connect with them this evening. As David mentioned, we're also partnering with BU UMOJA. We're very excited to incorporate the students from the BU Black Student Union. And so they're a very important partner in all of these programs as well. All right, on to the main event, really opportunities for you all to network and connect with one another. One thing before we break to our tables that I wanted to show you is a contact sheet that's been developed. So this is another resource that we're going to share with you following tonight's event. But all students who registered for tonight's program have been added to this contact sheet. We did not include your emails. So if you would like to be in contact and you want your information shared with other attendees, we're going to put this link into the chat box in just a moment, and you can go in and feel free to add your email. There's also a column to talk about what kind of idea you're interested in, as well as if you're looking for team members. This is a contact sheet that we'll be using throughout the challenge. And so as more students participate, we'll be adding their names to this and also encouraging people to connect with one another through this sheet. The second tab of this sheet is also really important. We are here to help. Innovate BU is here to help no matter what. We host office hours throughout the week, but we have a fabulous BU community that wants to help you develop these ideas. And so the second tab in the contact sheet are a variety of faculty and staff from across the university who have raised their hand and said, I want to talk to students. I want to help students work on their ideas. And so in this tab, you can see their contact information, their roles at BU, which of the well-being challenges they feel they can really provide guidance, and then some of their superpowers. So I encourage you to reach out directly to any faculty or staff that are listed on this contact sheet throughout the next few weeks as you're developing ideas. Many of them will participate in some of our future workshops, but they're excited and looking forward to connecting directly with you. So don't be strangers. All right, at this point, I'm going to end the presentation and we're going to transition to our rounds of networking. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a timer for about 12 minutes. And so I encourage you for the first round, go to a well-being topic that you're really interested in, that's a passion of yours. Connect with other students. If there's no other student at that table right now, go to another table and come back to that topic maybe in a little bit when we do our second or third round of networking. If you're having any tech issues, I will be at the Innovate BU table, so you can come by and we can try and figure out how to help you. Usually refreshing your browser is really the best first try to get your computer back up and running. With that, I'm going to sign off our presentation. We're going to start that first round of networking, and I hope you enjoy connecting with one another and talking about the really important dimensions of well-being. Thanks so much for joining us. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Again, my name is Blake. I use she, her, hers pronouns, Program Director of Social Innovation for Innovate BU. And it's been so wonderful connecting with many of you tonight to hear more about your well-being ideas. We are thrilled to have you participate in the Community Impact Challenge Wellbeing, and hopefully you've gotten to connect with many of our partner organizations or many of my colleagues tonight to learn more about Innovate BU, the WellBeing Project, and how BU student government is so excited to collaborate with you and help you move your ideas forward. I just wanted to share a few closing remarks with you, and then this event will stay open until 7:30 if you'd like to continue networking. So while you were at your tables, we hope you met some new folks, that you talked about some of the challenges that you or students you know or the communities you're engaged in are facing, and started to really discuss some potential ideas and get some feedback on those. We encourage you to think about what options already might exist, whether it's on BU's campus or in the broader community. And that's really an important piece, because then you can beg, borrow, and steal and adapt and make it work for your context, which is such an entrepreneurial thing to do. I'm just going to share a couple of closing slides with you. So again, the Wellbeing Challenge, your ideas can address any one or more of the 7 dimensions of well-being. You may see overlap between them, and that's great. You don't have to commit yourself to one specific dimension. We love seeing ideas that touch on multiple facets of well-being. Also, a reminder about the contact sheet. If you'd like to connect with other students, make sure you add your email address to that. Reach out to the faculty and staff that have said they're looking to connect with you, and stay in touch and continue working on your ideas. We would love for you to take just a minute to give us some feedback on tonight's event. Alessandra is going to put in the chat box this bit.ly link. There are 2 questions. 1, how likely are you to recommend a program or event like this to a peer? And then 2, do you have suggestions on how we could improve future workshops and programs like this? And we're open to all of that feedback. We really do value your suggestions. We take them to heart, and we will use them as we continue to develop ideas further. And so if you can just take a minute to do that, I will also just highlight we have a number of workshops over the next 3 weeks to help you prepare your ideas. So we've got the website, we have a Slack channel, we have hundreds of BU students who are a part of our community Slack channel. You can connect directly with one another, continue to stay in the loop on resources. So the Slack channel is a really great resource. We'll include that link in the follow-up email as well as the contact sheet. And we'll also highlight our next 3 workshops. So we hope you continue working on your ideas, continue to network at these events. So next Thursday, our workshop will really be around better understanding the people and the problems that you're working on. It'll be extremely interactive, back and forth between learning about a strategy or a skill and then talking about it with other people at the event to help move your idea forward. On the 22nd, we'll be hosting office hours. So many of the faculty and staff that are on that contact sheet will be joining us, and you'll be able to rotate around and get feedback directly from experts in their fields to really help you refine and continue developing your idea further. And then our 3rd and final workshop that's part of the challenge series is going to focus on operations and budgeting. As I mentioned at the beginning, the top 10 ideas from each track, up to 10, can receive a $500 seed grant. And part of the application is explaining to us the funding you need and how you're going to use it to create impact. And so this 3rd workshop will really help you focus on those key activities, identifying the resources, and putting together a solid budget so that you have a strong application to submit. And a reminder then that all of those workshops are happening before the deadline, which is Sunday, November 1st. At this point, those are all the announcements that I wanted to share. I want to thank all of you again for joining us. Thank you, partners. Thank you, students. Thank you, colleagues, for being here. We'll stick around until 7:30. I'll be over at the Innovate BU table if you've got any questions. And be on the lookout tomorrow or later this week for an email from Alessandra, our wonderful program manager, who is going to be supporting you throughout the challenge. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to her. Alessandra, if you can put your email, your SI Build email address in the chat box, that would be great. And if you have questions, feel free to follow up directly with Alessandra. Otherwise, it was lovely connecting with you tonight. Stay well, Practice those 7 elements of mindfulness. Take care of yourselves and your communities, and we'll be in touch soon.